Ellen's first one in the chat. Awesome. Welcome. Hello, everybody. Shabam. Let's click on over here and go live and pray that this works the way it's supposed to work. Matthew, welcome. Hello. Hello, hello. Julie is here. Hi. Cha-cha-cha. Kaylee, Mike. All right. Gang is showing up. Emily, hello. I'm hoping you stockpiled Fun Dip for your quarantine time. Leon, good morning. Daniel, hello. We'll wait for a hot sec, see if anyone else joins us. Don't have much on the docket today, but I did want to at least give some FaceTime here with you folks to give you some updates on where we left off and what to expect moving forward. Anna said hi. Hi, Anna. Who's Anna? Anna who? Hello, Luke. Lucas, welcome. Good old stretch. All right, as we're waiting for some more people, how's everyone's, online experience going? How was yesterday, first full day, halfway through today? What's it been like? James, hello. Today's background music brought to you by Bob Dylan. Spinning on vinyl behind me. Aiden, hello. James, hello. Hope the stream's coming through well enough. I'm checking some things on my end here, and it looks like it's doing okay, but we'll find out. James says, been fun so far. Good, I'm glad. I know it's an interesting transition. I know teachers are doing the best they can under the circumstances, and we're going to pray that 2 weeks is as long as it goes. We don't know. Pretty noise. Okay. Noise is good. Thank you, Matt, for that. It's been good. Okay. I'm hoping I can mix it up enough for you guys that at least it's some fresh stuff and different stuff. Obviously, I've got the ability on my end to be a little bit more technically advanced than some of my other teachers. Can I make it louder? I can make it a little louder, yes. My levels say I'm good, so check your speaker volume, Alyssa. Thank you for the feedback, though. Is anyone else having volume issues out there? Come up a little bit here. That might help as well. Peek there. We're looking good. Cool. We'll give it another minute before we move on officially with some stuff today. Thank you all for being here now. And please also understand that the chat is either a little ahead the video, I'm not really sure entirely, so I might be able to type something quick if it's a response, but I might reply to it in a bit. Or the video will catch up is what I mean to say. It's all the way up. Okay. Check one, check on the volume. Volume increase. Volume's been increased. Yeah, a little bit louder. All right. Let's go up a little bit here. All right. I'm also fighting some bandwidth stuff. If you guys haven't tried doing anything else online that's like video intensive or even some gaming, internet service providers are really struggling to keep up with everyone shifting online. So I know there are a lot of teachers using Zoom video conferencing, which is now having some networking problems. Microsoft is having some network problems. GoToMeeting is having, like, there's a lot of online productivity applications that are just struggling a bit. So I'm going to check. Oh, it's coming through okay on my end. So I'll try and speak a little louder, which is not an issue for me. I pushed as much as I can without blowing out stuff out. So, all right, let's get moving on today, I guess. My plan for day one for us is to keep it a little bit light because let's be frank, what we do in class is very hard to replicate outside of class. And so I wanted to make sure that, hold on one sec. There we go. Sorry. I forgot my additional light so that it doesn't look like I'm in a dark room. What we do in class is hard to replicate outside of class, and I wanted to make sure that I was on brand for what we might be doing traditionally in class anyway. I might have you doing some light video production at home, so anticipate the need to maybe shoot some video with your phones at a later point, and just have an open mind to what we got going on today and the rest of these 2 weeks, and pray again that it's only 2 weeks and not more. So I just figured I would take an opportunity in this exact moment to see if you guys had any questions or concerns about how this class will go, or if there's any questions or concerns about the world in general that I can try and help with. I know it's tough to watch the news with everything going on, but it's our responsibility to do so, and it mirrors what we've been doing in class as well. So where we left off, you guys were doing an awesome job in the studio, and we will rejoin that when we're back. Whenever we're back, with the last two teams that have yet to go. So we will wrap that up definitively when we return. The next thing on the docket was our 10-day film challenge, and that is the statewide film challenge where we're issued a prompt, and high schools in New Jersey have 10 calendar days. 10 calendar days. Let me rephrase that. 10 school days. I'm sorry, weekends don't count. 10 school days to do a 3 to 4 minute short film. The 10-day, as we know it, has been altered a little bit, and we're going to follow suit with their game plan. Essentially, what they've allowed us to do is to set our own dates for that. And I immediately reached out to Mrs. Herrick and Miss Robinson to talk with them about making sure that we're on the same page with when that date starts. And so we're going to have that conversation when we're back, just so we can assess where our classes are, give some leeway and time to wrapping up like our unit and whatever they're working on, so that we can jump into this at the same time. The competitive element of it is still very much alive. So while the schools might not be competing at the same time, they will still be submitting films to compete against one another at the tail end of the event. So be ready for a little competition. Be ready for a little craziness when we get to that, because it's 10 school days, which means 5 classes. So we've got 5 classes to do: pre-production, production, and then post on a 3 to 4 minute short film that match some criteria that they're asking for. So it gets nuts, it gets crazy, but it's definitely fun and it's an experience, and there's still that competitive element as well. The festival that they want to hold, where we would get to go down and sit in a theater and watch the short films and stuff, is on hold. We don't know if they're going to rejoin that later, but who knows? All right, so that's kind of where we are from where we left off in class. Just to give you guys a sneak peek at, well, I guess what I'm working on here, I can cut over to my desktop view, which will show you what I'm looking at on my screen, as well as have me in that corner. I'm actually using a piece of software similar to what we do in the studio. If anyone's into game streaming or things like that, you may be familiar with OBS, but it's basically a input-output software device where I can manage some things. So I'm arguably using a very, very modified version of our control room to make this broadcast. And so it's pretty cool. that I've gotten to learn and tinker this over the weekend, really. So just a little insider info for you there. On that note, I do want to let you know that I'm trying to be active in what we've got going on in class. So if I cut back over to my desktop here, I do have an agenda for some stuff, at least for this week. It gets a little murky next week. I'm trying to be authentic in the work I give you in that it is in line with what we do in class. But again, that's a little challenging given the circumstances. So I have been putting thought into stuff. This isn't just a dumping ground to give you like busy work, to tide you over until we're back. I don't want to speak to what other teachers are doing. But the reason for me doing this small chat right now with you folks is just to make sure that professionally, I want to keep the personal side of teaching very much intact. So anticipate checking in for a very short time period, maybe at the start of each class session, just so that I can answer any questions. We might review some of the assignments that we did or talk about some things even through the chat. And so you can see and hear me. I think that element's really important, and I think it, because I had the ability to do so, I wanted to do so. So where that leaves us for today, there's an assignment that is put up on Classroom, and I wanted to start a little bit light today. So keeping in line with what we've been doing as far as the broadcasting, as far as the journalism and stuff goes, I'm giving you guys an episode of a TV show to watch, and it is... It's an older show. It came out in 2000, but I think it very much holds up. The writing is super sharp, and it was a critically acclaimed show when it came out. So don't turn your noses up at the fact that it's 20 years old at this point. I think it holds its own. It's called Sports Night. It's about a fictional Sports Center-esque type TV show, and it deals with the on-camera antics and the behind-the-scenes antics of this news team that has to put this show together while dealing with a lot of personal stuff. And so it touches very heavily in this episode I shared with you about ethics and morality in the media and what their morals are in representing things or telling things that have happened truthfully and accurately to the best of their ability. And so it challenges that a little bit while being entertaining on the side. So that episode was put up on Classroom, all right, in an assignment post with an accompanying worksheet that's going to basically check and make sure that we watch through. And there's an open-ended question at the end that's a little bit lengthier. It's not super long. It's 5 to 7 sentences and just asking your personal opinion on things. So my advice would be to open up 2 tabs and have the episode up. And when you come across an answer to one of the questions, go to that second tab with that assignment open, pause that video and enter that in. You can kind of watch as you go through it. This is an assignment that we would normally do in class. As you guys know, the studio unit, I had to cut some stuff out, and so this was one of the things that I would have started with earlier in the unit before we got into journalism, having a day to do in class where we would watch the episode and do the worksheet alongside with it. So this is not he came up with something. This is an assignment I always had in my back pocket. It just got cut for time. And so I figured, why not start our endeavor together online with this episode and a simple worksheet. I also figured episode's 22 minutes, as TV traditionally is, which means it is realistically something that you can even finish before our time is up. And I don't know about you guys, but one of the things that I've been trying to do with this whole online thing and checking in with classes is really just being on top of my own personal agenda. We may have an hour together, and I understand the temptation to say, oh, all right, well, I can do this assignment later. I'm going to go take a nap before my next class. You have that option. But I'm going to try and work in ways that allow you to do some smaller bite-sized things and stay on top of your work as opposed to giving you a whole bunch of stuff all at once. So what I'm going to do now, as the assignment should be live, I'm just going to double check here. And yes, it looks like we are live here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hang here for a bit and make sure that everything works for you guys on that end. Make sure the episode's fine. Make sure you can get into that doc. and hang back and ask any questions. But I'm probably going to kill the chat in about 5 to 7 minutes. So I'm here for a little bit if you need me. And of course, for the duration of the hour, don't think when I end this broadcast I'm doing something else. I'm probably grading my previous classes' assignments. I will be here. All right. Send an email, send a message in Classroom. All right. Those tabs are perpetually open on my computer. All right. So formally, we're going to say, hey, this stream is done. Feel free to leave at any point in time to go check that assignment or get started on that assignment. I hope you enjoy the episode. We're going to discuss it a little bit when we meet again on Thursday to start our live stream before we get into our next activity and assignment. So formally, enjoy. All right, I'll be here for a bit to answer any questions. Otherwise, I will see you guys on Thursday. Have a lovely afternoon. Good luck with all your stuff. Email me if you need help with anything, even outside our class. I'm happy to help. All right, guys, thank you. Just gonna hang. I gotta change my record, though, if you pardon me 1 sec. Now you get to see what my house looks like. All right. Make sure that's quiet enough. YouTube's not hearing it. Otherwise, they'll flag it. We should be good. All right. People are starting to trickle out, which is good. Feel free to get into the assignments. Like I said, I'll be here for a little while longer, probably the next 5 minutes, just hanging, making sure that you guys are okay. And if you have any questions, I'll be here. Processing this video, check back later. All right, Matthew, let me investigate. Hang tight. That's very interesting. Okay, let's try this. Stay with me here. Edit. Add. Google Drive. Save. All right, Matt, check. All right, I'm going to check now. So, Matt, thank you for posting that. I think what happened was when I created the assignment and it creates a new version of all the attachments, it duplicates the video for you guys from the one I originally uploaded, and because it duplicates, it needs to reprocess. I just edited the assignment to have the video already there, right? So you can see your assignment here. All right, down below, here are the attachments, and if you click on that video, all right, it looks like it's ready to go. I'll play it for a hot sec. Okay, so it is playing, which is great. So I apologize for that, but I very much appreciate you letting me know about that. All right. Any other questions, folks? Send them my way. Have fun with the assignment. Enjoy the episode, and we'll see you on Thursday. Adios. Oh, wait, I want the end screen. What am I doing?